But I think in the process, what I'm appealing to citizens like yourselves all across this district is that people would at least take the opportunity to look at the bill, to look at multiple reports and studies that are being done and even coming out this week, showing the impact that is developing of additional cost even beyond what the CBO said that this bill would cost us. To look at major corporations such as Consumers Energy, who just this week announced a heavy increase to ratepayers to pay for the cost of increased insurance coverage for their employees that they are being mandated to cover unless they're willing to take the penalty. To look at how this will impact upon jobs. This is a state that's led for 4 years the nation in unemployment. An unconscionable record for a state like Michigan. We're here because we believe in Michigan. We're here because Michigan has been a state that has been known not only for its natural resources, not only for its manufacturing prowess, but as for its human resources that go into the intellectual community, that go into education, that go into technology, that go into agriculture, that goes into every area that impacts the United States, and for so long at the top of the heap. For us to be here at this level with unemployment and to totally disregard that this healthcare reform plan will reduce employment opportunities in the state, will add increased costs to ratepayers, to entrepreneurs, to small business people, to major manufacturers, and ultimately cost jobs of your family, your neighbors, and even yourself, is the wrong way to go without thinking about it at least. And so I would encourage you to take the time, whatever side you're coming down on right now, to look at the issue, to research the facts, to not just listen to the community organizers, not just listen to those with vested interests, but to think of it in relationship to not only yourself even, but your posterity. What does this say to your kids? To your grandkids like my grandkids, or even your great-grandkids, who in fact, great-grandkids' wealth is already being spent. Their incomes are already being taxed by this bill, and if you don't believe me, at least take a little time to research it to find out if I'm telling the truth. That's all I ask. Now, what do I offer as an alternative? It should be expected if I stand up here and very openly tell you that if I'm elected to represent you, I will work to repeal and replace this health care reform legislation. Then there ought to be an alternative. And I offered an alternative. When I was in Congress, legislation that I drafted and authored went into committee and sat in committee for over a year. And I can understand the Speaker of the House not being willing to take it up. I was from the wrong party, and you know, that's the way our system works. And probably our system works well because we do have that check and balance of alternative ideas and leaderships. But nonetheless, my proposal, which I would again support, and if not sponsor, if someone else has taken it, which this term, the Republicans have used it as a centerpiece for their alternative proposal that they offered even in the White House to the President on numerous occasions. They've added a few things related to pre-existing needs and conditions, high-risk pools that I think are wonderful plans and has made my legislation even better. But my plan would have offered the opportunity to expand the flexibility and use of health savings accounts. Those accounts that you control, that you can determine how you spend to a great degree, and you can save or else invest in your health care. And it can provide you the opportunity to be the consumer for your health care coverage, and ultimately then to be the advocate and the one who's the watchdog over what you spend.